So today we're diving into the world of Mega Pokemon with the Steel type Mega Aggron. So we are going to be covering everything you need to know to make him a formidable addition to your team. First, let's go ahead and get acquainted with him. He is going to be boasting a very impressive defensive stat pool, and his stat line is going to be a 247 attack, a 331 defense, and a 172 in his stamina. He's going to having a max out CP of 4,705, shy of 5,000, but still up there. His 100% CPs is going to be non-weather boosted at 2,378, and then his weather boost is going to be 2,973. And that weather boost is going to be coming from the snowy weather because he is that steel type, so look out for that. But then since he is the steel type Pokemon, he is actually a unique and potentially very powerful addition to your team, since his weaknesses are fighting fire and ground type Pokemon, yet resisting poison, bug, dragon, fairy, flying, grass, ice, normal, psychic, rock, and steel types. Pretty much almost resisting everything, but you are going to want to be leaning into that fire and ground as well as fighting for his weaknesses. But then first off, his moves, he is going to have Dragon Tail, Iron Tail. Iron Tail is going to be a great stab move for him. And then Smackdown. Smackdown is going to be a rock move, which is going to provide you great coverage going against fire types. So you will have to keep an eye out for that when you do bring that typing. But then his charge moves are going to be Stone Edge, Rock Tomb, Thunder, Heavy Slam, and Meteor Beam. Heavy Slam is another great stab move. And then Stone Edge, Rock Tomb, and Meteor Beam are going to be great coverage moves. Go ahead and leaning also into that fire type again. So if you want, definitely take a step back on the fire types, bring more fighting and ground types to go ahead and help you out and not worry about that rock typing. But for the maximum damage, you are going to be wanting that Iron Tail Meteor Beam. Great coverage, and you get a good quick stab move for that Iron Tail. Definitely don't overlook that. It's going to be maximizing your damage output so you can actually hit like a truck. But with his moves and stats out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into some counters. We do have Blaziken with counter Blast Burn, Excadrill with Mud Slap Scorching Sand, Machamp counter and Dynamic Punch. We do have Lucario with counter Aura Sphere, Infernape with Fire Spin Blast Burn, and Rhyperior with Mud Slap Earthquake. Those are going to be great. You definitely take advantage of anything that's going to be a fighting, ground, or fire type. Just if you do bring a fire type, watch out for that rock type moves. They can actually hurt you pretty well. But megas you could bring to go ahead and help you boost you even further is the Mega Garchomp with Mud Slap Earth Power, Primal Groudon with Mud Slap Precipice Blades, and Mega Heracross with counter Close Combat. He's pretty much going to be top tier for fighting type category, so don't overlook the Heracross. And he's new, so definitely don't overlook him at all. But for weather boost, you want to be on the lookout for that clear and sunny day weather to go ahead and boost your fire and ground type moves, giving you an advantage to do more damage. And then snowy weather will be boosting all steel type moves and CP, so giving you that boosted CP for him. And then partly cloudy weather will be boosting all rock type Pokemon, so all rock type moves. That's actually going to be hindering you if you do bring that fire typing. And then cloudy weather will be boosting all fighting types, so your fighting type Pokemon and that Mega Heracross are going to be boosting their damage output, letting you hit pretty much like a truck and go right through him. Now, if you aren't familiar, a Mega form is a special form for some Pokemon, and it does require Mega Energy. Just so you know, this is a powered up form of its original self that only lasts for a limited time. It's about 7 hours. So during that time, you will gain access to boosted candy gains for steel type Pokemon with this guy, and be boosting all steel type moves that are coming off of you or your allies in other raids. So he's going to be boosting that steel type since he is only a steel type Mega. But then you will need Mega Energy to go ahead and Mega Evolve. You can get this from a few ways. One, you can get it from field research if there is an event going on. But the two reliable ways is from the raids. Take down a raid, definitely go ahead and you'll get quite a bit of candy from just taking him down. Make sure you Mega Evolve him, and then every time you have that Pokemon as your buddy and walking, you can get Mega Candy. It doesn't matter if it's the actual Pokemon that was itself Mega, just anything from that line can go ahead and get the candies needed to go ahead and Mega Evolve him. So that's always a huge plus. And then lastly, his shiny, he does go from a gray palette, a gray and white palette, to a more of a white and green palette. It's actually a pretty good shiny for a Mega. Not great, but for him, it's actually not too bad. But that is going to be Mega Aggron in the raids. Everything you needed to know, from stats to moves to counters. So let me know what you think down below of his shiny and if he's going to be useful. And if you want to stay on top of all raids that are coming to Pokemon Go, definitely go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and watch the next video, because we got all the guides coming to the channel.